Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. 10 minutes of Brazilian brilliance. That's all it took in the end, which was a difficult game for United. We made a lot of hard work of that game. So I'll do a quick shout out, first of all, to Mac, 13-year-old, big fan of the channel. I met your dad inside there. Big thank you to you for supporting the channel, obviously. And there's your shout out, mate. And thanks to everyone else for supporting us on these nights when the game's not so good. But still, the result's not important. We're in the round. We're in the next round. We're in the hat for the draw. That's all that matters right now. I'll get back to the game itself. And it was just 10 minutes. The game was done and dusted. It was crazy 10 minutes. Brazilian magic for 10 minutes. Obviously, Anthony got man of the match there. There were a few questions, moans and groans when that was announced. I don't know who was working for ITV tonight or whoever it was who gave him man of the match. I thought Casemiro probably should have took it with them 2 goals. But Anthony's quality in that ball through, which changed the game basically when the goal went in for Casemiro. Superb finish from Casemiro. Let's not even get on to his second one yet, but that ball from Anthony dissected, that's the bit of quality. Brilliant assist, and hopefully that gives him the confidence going forward. He just doesn't stop. As much as his end product hasn't been what a lot of fans have wanted, he does not stop running, he does not stop tracking back, and he's just one of them little warriors. He's a little pit bull, he just keeps on going, like an Energizer bunny. You just want that end quality to be a little bit better with him. But you got to give him credit for his work rate and what he brings to the team. And I'm glad that he stayed on the pitch, actually, because I think once them 3 goals went in, Andy Carroll's red card, what happened to him, he had a total rush of blood. The game was done and Ten Hag made the substitutions that we all thought we might have seen at the start of the game. I just had a message there from Ricky. We had a conversation there about how serious Ten Hag is taking it. I thought we'd get changes today. Ricky's saying it's a breath of fresh air that he's actually made this team go out again. 1 change from the game that we played in midweek. He's taking these cup competitions seriously, Ten Hag. He wants a trophy, and I think that is massive for his football club right now. I think the way he's approaching it, I think it was probably right in the end. I think he would have thought we'd have had that game put to bed a lot earlier. I think the first half was very disappointing for United. I think I counted and managed to look at the stats at half time. It was about 80% possession, 12 shots, just 2 on target. I mean, Reading were 1 behind us with 2 attempts on target. It just was not good enough in the final third. And you know what? I think he was thinking half-time, done and dusted, pretty much like Forest, then make a lot of changes at half-time and see the game out. In the end, that crazy 10-minute spell when we went 3-0 up, yeah, they got a consolation from poor defending, poor organisation from a corner. But I think he just put everything on there, rested everyone he needed to, and it was good to see. It did completely kill the game off, though. We lost all cohesion and rhythm that we had prior to that. If we had the same team on for the rest of that game, that probably would have been 6 or 7 the way it was going. But obviously, we're giving game time to Garnacho, Palestri, likes of Mainu, Fred comes on. We've got resting time for Casemiro, Rashford, Weghorst, Eriksen, big players that we probably, if we're honest with ourselves, weren't expecting to be out on the pitch tonight. It's good. We're in the next round, like I said, in the hat for the draw, 5th round. That's all that matters. Another game out of the way. 2 wins in a row after a poor week last week. Like I said the same thing at Forest. I said the same thing again. It's a good way to end the week. It's a good way just to build a little bit of momentum again. Make sure when we come up against Forest on Wednesday that we take that as serious as we did tonight. We need to keep this momentum going. The defeat, even though it might not mean as much in the whole scheme of things, may disrupt this team. We are a team that runs on confidence, and you can see there are a few players now that are actually playing at the top of their game, the likes of Rashford, Casemiro. I think Bruno tonight, even though he's wasteful with some of his shots again, he shows his quality and what he brings to the team. A brilliant assist for Fred and a superb finish. Pass to Fred, that's it again off the bench. He knows his role in this team, and it's good to see. He isn't a starter, and we will struggle when the likes of Casemiro are missing. Can we rest players like we did there tonight to make sure that Casemiro sees out the full season? Yes. Let's be more clinical in front of goal. Let's put these games to bed when we can do. And let's give the big players the rest when needed. And we get that precious game time for Mainu, for Palestri and Garnacho. We'd have thought them 3 would have played the amount of games and appearances between them that they have done so far this season. No one would have put anything on that. But we're doing it and we're managing to do that because Ten Hag's managing the season. I remember what I said in the preview. I expect Rashford to be rested, I expect Eriksen to get rest time and all these big players. And they did in the end. He made sure it was secure first, and some will give him praise for that. Some will say that you're risking it a little bit. Like when he played Casemiro at Crystal Palace. He doesn't think about the next game. He thinks about the game in front of him, and he needs respect and credit for that. because that's 12 cup games this season now under Ten Hag. We've got 11 wins. There's taking the cup serious, and then there's taking the cup serious. This is the latter. Ten Hag wants this trophy. He wants as many trophies as he possibly can. The fixture pile-up coming up over this next month is just crazy. We can book our Leeds week now, back-to-back Leeds, followed by Barcelona, home and away, a cup final, because we will see off Forest on Wednesday. It is just full on exactly what Manchester United used to be. And my whole Manchester United were expecting to be at this stage of the season, fighting on all fronts. There is a treble on the cards here. There is a serious treble on the cards. Europa, FA and Carabao. That is the treble. I'm telling you, stranger things have happened, but don't put it past Ten Hag getting this team to 3 trophies this season the way he's going at it. We just have to make sure that we nurse the players that need nursing and rest them where we can. He's doing it differently to what I thought he would, but he's still doing it. We've now got a chance to rest players again against Forest. I said this after the game on Wednesday. We've got a chance now at Old Trafford on Wednesday to rest a few more players. That game is pretty much done and dusted. Nothing stupid. Let's make sure we start with a strongish team. Make sure we just get through it. As soon as we're into the second half, we're resting players again then ahead of Palace, which now becomes important because we need to take this cup form into the league and solidify that top 4 spot. Because the amount of games we've got coming up now, with the final move in the Brentford game, we could end up falling out of the top 4 again. Still have the games in hand, but being out of that top 4, you know what, it sometimes plays on the mentality. Heading into March and not being in it because we're playing too many cup games, it can have effect sometimes. All in all, we've got to be happy. 2 cup wins in a week. Let's make it 3 against Forest, and let's finish this off nicely. Moving on to February, and what a month this is going to be. If you're a United fan, this is what you should be excited for. This is what you should expect. This is what you should want from your team, your manager, and this squad here. It's brilliant stuff. I'm just buzzing, looking forward to February now. Bring it on. Like, share, and subscribe, everybody. Cheers for watching. Let me know what you think. Drop your comments in below.